Okay, so for the first part, I will be choosing the fourth question and fifth question. So the first question is, what are your personal opinions on success and failure? I think my opinions on success is count on what outcomes that I made. As in, because no matter how hard I tried, if the outcome is not right, if the outcome is not good for people, I think that's not success. I think success means that I can bring benefits to other people. I can bring benefits to myself, to my family, to my friends, to people who I actually care about, and for society. And I think that's the most important thing about being success is to help everyone, including yourself. And for the failure, I think failure is stepping stone because I know that no one is able to success in just one try. Failure is like the formula that must exist in our life because without failure, I don't think success is exist. And I feel like the failure itself is the best teacher because from my experience, me facing some failures in my life, it helps me to grow. It helps me to evaluate myself to be a better person and create the better version of myself so I can reach success. Thank you.
Hello, this is Rizky Afrian from Strategic Communication 2023, and hereby I'll be answering the Part 1 midterm exam. I'll be answering about the first question and the sixth question. Uh, for the first question is that when I go online, I usually spend my time on social media most of the time. I spend it for like TikToks, WhatsApp, Instagrams, and also YouTube for watching videos. Um, if I go online on social media, I usually looks up for an inspiration outfit, seeing a new trends, looking for funny comedy memes, and look for current gossips. Now, for the question number six is that I have plenty of interest during my life. I used to like watching films during my high school era. I usually watched movie called anime, which is a Japanese animation films. I found it interesting because it's that the two-dimension drawings could be turned into a majestic and artistic movement art in movies, which are very interesting for me. The genre that I used to watch is romance genre, as the story is not very complicated for to enjoying it. However, it changed as I grow older because I didn't find the competitive side, and my recent interest is video games, especially in fighting games. I like it because I can control the characters and could have the competitive side to the winning the game. And recently, I am playing the fighting video games called Tekken 7.
Okay, so for the second part, I will be choosing the second picture. Okay, so now I will be describing my point of view of this picture. From this picture, I can see that the four people that is the closest to the camera, I think they came from different race because as we can see from their physical appearance, they look different. But one thing that I want to highlight here is that even though they are different, even though they came or raised from different cultures or race, but they still have the same chance to learn. I think that's the beautiful things about being human because no matter how different you are from one and another, you can always be human. You can have the same chance to learn, to study, to enjoy your food, to enjoy your life. And yeah, from my point of view, I think this is a very beautiful picture.
In this part, I'll be describing a picture of number 3. Look at the newborn baby. It looks cute, isn't it? It's lying down with a mattress in on the bed. When we're talking about newborn babies, we tends to see it as a sign that the parents are being gifted by the God. But also, it's a sign that the parents are being given a responsibilities to raise the baby well. Um, Raising a baby is not that simple. There are a lot of aspects that we need to pay attention of, such as uh, the quality of the food, the education that they provides, and the protection that they are giving towards the baby. As taking of care of babies needs extra a lot of pay attention to it.
Okay, so for the third part of the exam, me and Rizky, we will be discussing about what is the best way to learn about things happening in the world. Okay, for the first one is TV news. What do you think about TV news, Ki?
TV news is a great for learn the way it happens in the world since it was filtered and it was official by the organization and holding it. Unfortunately for the TV, I think it's not the best since it's usually very informative, so it's gonna be boring.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think TV news is it's not a way to learn things. It just provide information. So I think it's not quite helpful for us to learn new things. Okay, so the second one is social media. What do you think about social media?
Social media, it's a fun, it's great, and it's also can be accessed in anywhere. But you know, at some point, it's just we have to understand what they trying to upload. It since it's not usually an informative, but it's just a trends people try to imitate. How about you?
I kind of agree but disagree with social media, you know, because I feel like social media is like a double-edged sword. Because the information and or news or like trends or things that we can learn on social media, it's not always right, but it's not always wrong also. 50% of it contains some useful informations that we can use on our daily life or maybe work life, but some of it, provide informations that, like bad informations, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Let's continue to our third one is your friends and family.
I think it's usually for friends is something like an actual real life happening. It's not like a trend or something, but it's just a current situation. It's great since friends. If you have a great friends or like a good family, they could tell you directly. While the social media and TVs doesn't provide that. It's widespread and it's not personalized for you, since your friends always knows you better than those media.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, amongst these options, I think my friends and family is the best way to learn about things happening in the world. Why? Because back then, they taught me to be a nice person. They taught me to do this. They taught me to do that. But the advices that they gave me is, they consider myself and my value as a human, so they actually know the best advice that they could give me, so I will learn. Okay, so the fourth one is newspaper.
I think it's amongst the worst since it's too boring and it's outdated as usual.
Yeah,
and then it's limited access for only people who only can read it in the newspaper. However, the positive is usually as the same as the TV news when it's filtered and it's official by the company or like the media that share it.
But in this era, I think in my family only my grandpa read newspaper.
Yeah, kind of irrelevant for these days.
And the last one, school. Do you think school is the best way to learn about things happening in the world?
School's kind of middle actually for basic things, yes. But for chasing the updates continuously, I think no.
Yeah, me too. I think schools is great at providing, some fundamental and basic things so we are ready. But in order to actually learn about what's happening in the world, I think we should face it on our own.
Experience always works better than the theory. That's why.
Okay, that's for our third part.
So for the last part, we would like to talk about our experience, our opinions, our likes and dislikes, and our habits during being a women student. So, Radit, can you tell me about your experience or like your habits during in UMN?
Okay, starting from experience, I think I've been experiencing some happy moments in UMN because I get the chance to actually meet new people that came from different backgrounds, different religions, since a little bit TMI, but I went to private Islamic school for 12 years, and like most of my entire life being that kind of environment. So yeah, it's happy for me to actually meet the diverse types of people. And for my likes or dislikes, I think I like all about UMN. You know, I like the academic system, I like the lecturer, I like the friends, I like the building itself, I like the space and everything. I just like them all. So I have no dislikes. And for my habits, I think you and all of our classmates know that my habits is buying Libro coffees to class every day, no, every morning, because I think I have insomnia, so lack of sleep is my everyday plan. So yeah, I think buying Libro coffees is my habit. How about you?
Experience overall great, especially for the academics, since the lecturer is nice and the method is easy to understand.
Yeah.
What I like about this university is they have providing us facilities that are useful for the students. However, I don't really like the lack of praying rooms for us Muslims, since I'm a Muslim myself.
Yeah.
One of my habits is buying it's kind of Japanese bento that's only cost 15,000 rupiah.
Oh, I know that.
That cornet is this big.
Yeah, I know. It's so big. Wow.
Yeah, it's full for it's enough for me to continue learning in UMN.
I think your other habits is being the class leader for like 2 semesters. You know, I think like that's your habit. Just be the class leader.
Yeah, that's one of it, and yeah, I'm quite enjoying it.
Yeah, and you're doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.